Hello.
Hello. Hiya.
Good afternoon. Yes, it's 12.
Yeah, afternoon, 12 o'clock in the UK, GMT.
Mm.
Yeah,
Good morning, United States. But Carl's not here
yeah.
today.
No Carl. He had he was trying to follow a TikTok trend and got stuck in a queue of traffic for over 2 hours.
Yeah, explain me that
Yeah.
trend, because what is it?
So there's this restaurant in America called Raising Cane's, which is like a KFC kind of thing, chicken place. It's not the best, to be honest, in my opinion. And it's a new one that's opened up in the area where he lives, or like 2 hours away from where he lives. And everyone on TikTok's going crazy for it. And yeah, he said the queue was over 100 cars for the drive-through and everything. And he decided to wait in it for like over 2 hours. And then got home very, very, very late because he couldn't get out the queue. Quite funny,
Well,
really.
let's see.
But,
I got WhatsApp. What was the
yeah,
Oh, yeah, very late.
yeah. I think he said he had like
Wow.
4 hours worth of sleep, or maybe even less.
Yep. Poor Carl.
Poor
Poor
Carl.
life choices.
Yeah, so we let him off today. He doesn't have to be here.
No, but we're here. We are here. How's your week?
Yeah. It's been a good week, actually. Been doing a lot of documentation, and I mean a lot, ready for a product launch with Intercept, where we work. Yeah, it's been fun, actually. Building like the Hugo site, the template, making it all very on brand. Working with some colleagues to get the logo different to what should be the corporate brand, just to help know the difference between the products we're doing and stuff like that. So yeah, I've enjoyed it. Being a web dev, being documentation guru person thing, it's been fun. A lot
It's
of fun.
good documentation. It's very clear.
Yeah, but I have used ChatGPT for a lot of it, to be fair. Because why wouldn't you? It says type in. I don't want to destroy my keyboard with all the typing. ChatGPT can write it a lot quicker than I can, and it can spell better than me as well. So it's always that.
As long as you know what it's doing, right?
Yeah, exactly. As long as you can sense check it, then it's all fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
How about you?
Yeah, I did a lot of troubleshooting this week. A lot of troubleshooting.
Oh yeah,
Networking.
troubleshooting. Ooh, networking.
It's fine.
It's not fun.
No, well, it's okay. Always
That's
okay.
all right then.
Always miss Carl when it comes to networking, but
Yeah, the time it takes us to do it, Carl would have done. Yeah, it's just this.
yeah. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Like a networking magician.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and
Got
apart
called
from that,
magician today, this week. That's
what
weird.
do we have?
No, I was just saying, someone called me a magician this week as well.
Oh, you're a
To
magician.
do with bicep, but yeah, that's interesting. It must be a Dutch thing.
I know. I just watch a lot of Harry Potter over and over again. Maybe that's it.
True. Yeah,
That's
it could be. But then would I not be a wizard, Harry?
Or maybe with your new glasses, you are.
Hey, maybe, yeah.
You got the wand, right?
I have a couple of wands in the cupboard. Voldemort's wand, obviously, and Newt Scamander's. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I am that kind of Harry Potter geek.
I got the sorting hat here, actually.
Yeah, which is cool. I've seen you wear it. It's fun.
I wore it once, yeah. And apart from the networking, the troubleshooting, working on new proposition, so the commercial side of the documentation, if you will. And I'm busy raising a puppy in between things and not getting my hand bitten off.
Yeah, poor little Joy having to put with you.
It's funny. All right, and helping some colleagues planning some things, because we've got more people going to KubeCon now. 5 of us.
Yeah, 5 of us. How many from the Netherlands? We got what? You what? 2 from the Netherlands. No, is
2
it 3?
from the UK.
2. 2 from the UK, 2 from the
the
Netherlands, and 1 from Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spain, they're right. Yeah, Spain.
Yeah, Spain. He's in Spain. So it's definitely Intercept on tour at KubeCon. So hopefully we get to see a lot of you listeners there, watchers there. Yeah, get some hoodies or T-shirts, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be fun. Really looking forward to it. Still not looked at the schedule yet. I need to do that. We should probably get a call of us 5 together and go through the schedule and pick car one.
Yeah, we can sort that. We can sort
do that before
definitely.
the next session, the next show, and then actually go through which ones we picked and why.
The next show, we will talk about the sessions that we find interesting and that we're definitely going to visit.
Yeah, interested actually, because next week I'm in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
So I wonder where I'll be able to do the show, because I got to get a plane back on the same day. Maybe I'll be in the airport. I don't know. Yeah. Or I'll just skip it, and yeah, you can bully Carl instead of me.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, you're coming to the Netherlands, right?
Yeah, nice little trip out. Get some nice dinner, hopefully, on some nights. Go for a walk with our colleagues at lunch. And yeah, it should be fun. Probably not
coming on Monday.
Yeah, Monday morning I'm flying out. Back on Friday. Probably get no work done in the week because I'm in the office and chatting to people instead.
Hey, but that's important. The networking.
Yeah, it's all about networking.
Yeah. But back on the subject of KubeCon, if anyone is planning on going, get your ticket before February 19th. Because after that, you got to pay big bucks. After that,
yes,
things get expensive.
Yeah, definitely getting them
now. No.
Yes. And don't forget, there's 2 different ticket types. One where you can go to the pre-days, and there's a lot of those going on. Some really cool ones like ArgoCon, Platform Day, I think, as well, and some others that look good. And then the standard ticket where you just go to the main conference, which is also good, a bit cheaper as well.
A bit.
Yeah.
A bit. Yeah. I mean, it's about a $300 difference.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
small chunk of change.
Yeah, it's nothing. It's nothing.
Nah.
All right. Let's go to the news. Okay. First things first.
Transition every time. It still gets me.
It's because you made it. We still need to do an outro video. Actually,
we do. Maybe I'll do that in the office next week.
Oh yeah, because you don't have time to work anyway.
No, exactly.
All right. So
film some bits of the office as part of the outro or something.
Yeah, could do. You just need something with sound as well for Spotify.
Yes.
Some outro music and then some other like and subscribe kind of thingies. Make it
get a voiceover. Oh. Yeah. I'll have some ideas. I'll play around and see what we can come up with.
All right. Normally, I just see you do Canva from your phone and come up with amazing stuff. So.
Yeah.
Okay. Last week, you talked about the new monitoring feature in AKS. Actually, you were clicking in the Azure portal as you were doing the show, and you're like, hold on, what's that?
Yeah.
But it's been announced officially. The new AKS monitoring experience is in public preview.
Nice, I like it. That's good to see that they've announced it. So it was a proper scoop then last week, is what I'm hearing. That's good.
That's true. That's true. And then last week we also talked about the tag reboot. Carl talked a bit about that.
He did, yes.
And there's a lot of news about that. It was there was a TOC meeting last week, and if you didn't know, you can go to YouTube and look for CNCF, and you can actually see that meeting. You can replay it, and then they will explain why they're doing it, why they're rebooting it, what advisory groups there will be, how they're structuring it. So definitely worth a watch. I will put the video in the chat.
Nice. I was just going to search for it myself, but you've just saved me some clicks.
Yeah. So if someone wants to watch it, but still the CNCF YouTube channel in general is a good YouTube channel to follow. There's some good videos there.
Definitely.
All right. And then I wanted to talk about these today.
Ooh. I found this blog post.
Yeah, I found this blog post on the CNCF website where they do a Cube Weekly, where you can see a list of all the Cube news, if you will. And then Deftron did a blog post on 11 promising Kubernetes tools in 2025. And I mean, the ecosystem is big, right? It's huge. I didn't know half of these tools in that blog post, but some are really, really promising. What really popped out for me was Silver Server. We just talked about that before the show a little bit.
That looks really cool. Well, explain to everyone what Silver Server is.
Yeah, so haven't played with it. Definitely going to play with it. So if you, let's say you do Azure Kubernetes Service, and these days you do an upgrade to a new Kubernetes version, you have the validation of deprecated APIs or using something that's going to be deprecated. And then if there's a breaking change, it will stop the upgrade, right? So then you have a tool called Silver Server. And Silver Server it works on any Kubernetes cluster. It's open source. And they say it simplifies the critical process of Kubernetes version upgrades. It acts as an intelligent API version. Yeah. Intelligent API version validator and migration assistant. Now, the validation, I already have the experience with AKS, right? But the migration assistant, I want to play with that because that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Because
I've used like kubepug and kubent, but they don't have that validation, that migration thing. They just tell you, oh yeah, your file's broken, and that's it, really. This sounds really cool.
And the promise is that, what does it say? They promise automatically analyzing Kubernetes objects, providing clear migration paths. Now that is interesting. That's what I mean. We manage a lot of clusters.
Oh yes.
And then sometimes it's part of the contract and you upgrade it. Sometimes it's a request for change and we have to write a document. You need to get approval. And then in the document, you do risk analysis and all that stuff. So I've got a tool that will give me a migration path that I can just copy paste to go, this is what needs to be done. That I find that very interesting.
I think I might have to update my documentation and put this as a step in it before you do the upgrade, even though AKS has it built in to validate it and stop the cluster upgrade from happening. Get this done, and then you can actually get a successful upgrade quicker. And I love it.
And then we have NeuVector. How do you pronounce that? NEU Vector.
NeuVector, yeah.
NeuVector. Okay, yeah. Okay, NeuVector. Which, we know about Trivy, we know about Copacetic, we know about what ACR can do. But then we also know that in container image security, the supply chain is one of your biggest risks. I mean, you're pulling in base images, you're not updating images, and then NeuVector apparently is an end-to-end or a full life cycle for container security, including threat detection, vulnerability scanning, multi-cluster management, CI/CD, vulnerability management. So another tool that I'm interested in trying, because now, even though I'm really digging what Copacetic can do and how it's implemented into Azure Container Registry and how everything interconnects with AKS, I really love that. But then still in my GitHub action, I'm doing some Trivy for scanning and blah, blah, blah. I'm doing a lot of that as well. So I'm still pulling in different smaller projects or smaller technologies for the complete lifecycle management of all of that. So if there's like an end-to-end solution, why not?
And to think it's come from SUSE as well, so that's even better because that's a big company behind it as well. And it's open source. I love it.
Did it come from SUSE? No way.
Yeah, I just opened up the Git repo and it says copyright SUSE. It's like connected to Rancher in a way as well. Some of the charts are pulled from Rancher, all the images are.
That's cool.
So that's really cool, yeah. I like that a lot. I'm finding out all these cool new tools today thanks to this blog post.
Yeah, it's a very good blog post.
And I was just looking at the list of tools. You got the Silver Surfer and the Winter Soldier. So there's quite a Marvel theme going on here as well. I like it.
I think there's a Marvel theme going on in the community. So what does Winter Soldier do?
It's an open source tool that enables time-based scaling of your Kubernetes infrastructure. And it can also do batch deletion of unused resources as well. So it kind of
Oh.
feels a bit like Kida in a way. But yeah, maybe we should have a look at that a bit more as well.
Yeah, you can do time-based scaling with Keaton, right?
Yep. Yeah, cron jobs and loads
Yeah.
of cool stuff.
Mm.
But yeah.
All right. And then what else? Oh, Harbor gets an honorable mention.
Yep. And what is Harbor?
A registry.
Yeah, local
Artifact
registry.
registry. Which I was confronted with some wizardy I had to write for a customer, and their third party was using a Harbor registry. So what I wanted to do is list all the tags of a specific image and then sync the latest one. So there was some ChatGPT and Bash involved.
Nice.
So I wrote a GitHub action that will do it monthly, like check what's the latest image. Do we already have that image? Then pull it in. But it was Harbor. So Harbor also provides a Docker API. So I could just simply do some CURL stuff, generate a token, get a list through the API. That's when I started appreciating Harbor for how many features it actually has.
That's cool.
I mean, you have a registry, but Harbor is a pretty extensive registry.
No, it's nice. I think Carl was going to do some blog posts about that last year or something, but hasn't got around to it yet. So I'm still waiting, Carl. If you're listening, please do your Harbor blog post. But talking of Docker, you just reminded me. So Docker Desktop, our favorite tool, everyone's favorite tool until they start charging, but it's still quite a good tool. They've just released a new version that actually lets you have a multiple node Kubernetes cluster running from it instead of just a single node one now, which is really cool. So it's like Kubernetes in Docker, so like kind clusters. It's just really good multi-node Kubernetes, so you can do a lot more testing locally now.
I mean, they are really building like the one-stop shop for local development, are they not?
Yeah, oh yeah, 100%. That's why you have to pay now for it if you X amount of employees or X money. It's a brilliant tool. It really is. It's so good.
It's interesting how they're a clever company. I mean, they started, Docker container runtime, and then you had Docker Swarm, and let's not talk about Docker Swarm.
Nope.
But I mean, maybe Docker Swarm was just too early.
Maybe.
But then again, I don't see it a lot anymore. But then Docker became successful being a container runtime, and then now you see in orchestrators like Kubernetes, we're no longer using Docker as the main container runtime, but they keep reinventing themselves.
Yeah.
And remaining, valuable. I mean, we still use it, just differently. And everyone is using Docker. I mean, from all the tools that I disable to start up by default when I start my computer, Docker's not one of them. It starts up by default because I use it every day.
Same. And keep it up to date. And it's really cool to see the innovation coming out of them still, which is nice. And they're usually at the KubeCon as well, and they have some good swag. I got a really cool cable from them last time, which was like a multi-USB cable. It's actually, do I have it around here on my desk? Nope, it's probably in the cupboard. But yeah, it's really cool. It's like a big chunky cable and quite solid and has different ends on it, and I like it.
That's cool. Cool. Right, what else did I see there? Like other things. Oh, that was cool. Sloop. Have you heard about Sloop?
Oh yeah, I've not until you mentioned it. It's literally 5 minutes before we went live.
But by Salesforce, guys. By Salesforce.
I like the looks of this one.
Yeah, it's a history visualization tool that records and visualizes changes in the event and resource states.
It looks really. The dashboard that it comes with in the screenshot looks really cool.
Yeah. It does look good. So
and they're even using Docker Desktop as well in their screenshot.
Well, where do you see that?
On their Git repository.
On the Git repo. Yeah, I'm just at the blog post. All right. So, but lots of very, very interesting developments. See some mentions of OpenCost as well, which obviously is a very good solution.
Yep. Also built into AKS now as well, so you can actually have it in cost management part inside Azure out of the box, which is really nice as well.
Do you see that being used a lot?
Not yet. I think it's going to start taking off more maybe once the automatic cluster has it enabled, if automatic has it enabled, which I think it should do, because clusters are, FinOps is a very important topic, and I think we're going to see more of that this year as well.
Oh, definitely. But it's also because not because I think that, or I find that things like FinOps and sustainability or green ops, or give it a name, they go hand in hand. I mean, in the end, yes, there's a part of efficiency that you could talk about where it doesn't matter what it costs. I mean, if you're not doing something efficient, then you're probably, throwing carbon left and right into the air. But in the end, if it becomes cheaper, you're using less, so also better for the environment. There's always, sustainability, but if you do that well, it will probably become a little bit cheaper as well.
Another cool one on the list I like the sounds of is AutoCert, and that's they call it a Kubernetes add-on that injects a TLS HTTPS certificate into your container to let them communicate with each other in a secure way. So instead of using a service mesh to do your MTLS between the pods, this will sort of do it for you. It's like a fully featured private CA. I'm reading here. Provides a complete private certificate authority for managing certificates across Kubernetes and other environments. And you can even isolate it down to the namespace, which is really cool.
Well, we kind of can use that after the Linkerd debacle, right?
Yes. Yes. So yeah, but the only issue is I can't find the Git repo for this one, because when I click the link in the article, it takes me to NuVector.
Oh yeah, so we're going to reach out to DevTron and go, what is this?
Sorted.
Yeah, and if this would be, if we could do this for Windows containers, I would have a really good use case here, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah,
with the IIS and all that stuff.
For sure. But yeah. Here we go. Open cost is great. Look, I love that across the whole AKS fleet as well.
Very nice.
So yeah, for the listeners on Spotify, the comment is OpenCost is great. We just rolled out the inbuilt add-on across our AKS fleet. Would be great if OpenCost gives a single dashboard across clusters. Oh, that would be really cool.
You get with that's the second comment, like KubeCost.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Nice.
That'd be good.
That is cool.
All right. What else we've got? We don't have a lot. Other things. Just looking forward to next week, really. What I will do is we talked about a lot of the different. I mean, obviously the blog post is linked in the chat, but in the description of the video and on Spotify, I will put a link to all the different projects that we just discussed. And next week, definitely sharing some findings and it looks like a very promising list. I mean, promising tools in 2025. I'm always a bit allergic to those kind of titles, right? So what is the certification you need to get this year to be successful in IT? Or, that kind of stuff. And
it's always a list of AWS certificates when I hear that. And I'm like, I'm doing all right without one. But
definitely.
Yeah.
And then what's the other thing you always see? Oh, the best programming language to learn in 2025 to
is it always
kickstart
Python?
your career.
Or is it Rust and
one
Go
year is
now?
Python, the other, then it's Rust is upcoming, and then it's .NET, and then I don't know, C#, whatever.
Just learn JavaScript. No, don't.
Well, it's still pretty popular, is it not?
It's very popular. Yeah. It makes me cry though. As long as you can do YAML, you'll be fine in this open world that we live in.
Well, you're speaking of JavaScript, but I mean, for me, now we got ChatGPT, so I can live with basic JavaScript.
That's literally what I was doing in the website I was building to help with the dark mode transition, ChatGPT and JavaScript.
But that, like AI in general, the ChatGPTs. So people say, it's not going to replace people. It's not for a very long time. But what I like about it is I'm not a diehard developer.
Mm.
So if I want to build something simple, I got my LLMs and I got my ChatGPT, my GitHub Copilot. But also, if I've got an idea and I need something developed, as in I'm technical, I need something developed. What I normally would do is write the whole document with requirements, and then a development team is going to do a spike and then come up with 500,000 hours. Where I'm thinking, well, should it take that much time? I mean, I'm not a developer. I know things take a lot of time to build high quality stuff, right? But what I can do now is come up with a proof of concept or a minimum viable product myself and see, hey, this works. This is something I can build upon. I already have my technical requirements. I know what I want. So I can give that, like, hey, make this into something beautiful. And you just delivered something without having endless meetings and discussions. That's the power for me when you
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of how I started with my Tidy KubeDeck suite of tools, all written in PowerShell. Like, I had this idea that sysadmins use Kubernetes. All these tools are like written in Go and stuff, and they can't, it's a bit harder for them to work with because they're used to PowerShell and stuff like that. So I created these tools with PowerShell using ChatGPT to help speed up the process and I know what logic I want. I can't be bothered to think about it. I just ask ChatGPT and it comes back with a code. I give a quick read. Yeah, this is looking like it should do what I want it to do. And then, it works. Happy days. Pop it into the project. It's all good. It's a game changer. It really is.
It definitely is. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're on time.
Yeah. God, I thought we might be early without Carl. But no, we managed to fill the time quite well. Maybe it wasn't Carl all along.
No.
Maybe it was me.
No, it's no. We have plenty of news and tools that we want to discover and talk about that. So.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with that, we'll see if you're here next week or whether you're traveling or whether you're just joining through chat, which is also a possibility.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do depending on where I am. Maybe I'll be on a train and I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll soon find out.
We will see. And with that, have a good weekend. And I'll see you next week in person.
Yeah, it'd be good. It's been a long time since
in
Ignite.
Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that long.
Nice.
Not that long.
No, not that long.
All right,
You'll be fed up with me soon.
No. At least I get to see you at the office because normally I see you all around the world except for the office. Oh.
Yeah, that's true. Right, and I guess with that one, we should just say goodbye. So thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.